Welcome to the Comic Book Shop of Doom. I'm your host. I wanted to do a video real quick talking about there's a rumor going on around that Disney is gonna kind of eliminate the Star Wars sequels. So the three Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker, there's talk that they're not going to be canon anymore. So in other words, with too many people being mad at how The Last Jedi kind of ruined the whole Star Wars movies, that they're thinking about like making them non-canon, so it'll almost be like an alternate reality, kind of like what they did when Disney bought Lucasfilm, and they jettisoned all the old comics, books, and everything except for the movies, and then the new Marvel comic book, and then some of the newer books. So that's where Mara Jade, Grand Admiral Thrawn, they brought him back into continuity, but Mara Jade has yet to make an appearance. So I was wondering, what do you think they're gonna do with Star Wars? How are they gonna do new movies? Carrie Fisher's already passed away, and Harrison Ford, unless they pay him a ton of money, I don't think he's coming back. And well, you'll see Mark Hamill will do it. He'll work for the money. So even if he hates him, he'll do the job for the money. So it's hard to say, but these guys aren't getting any younger. So if they're gonna make new movies and they're gonna use them as like to introduce new people, they better get to it. So who's laughing at this has got to be George Lucas, because he sold them his company and all his rights to those characters, and he's just sitting back, and he gave them a blueprint of what to do, and they blew off his suggestions. And then there's all kinds of rumors too that they're using him as a consultant, running stuff by him. And the Rise of Skywalker, he had another Skywalker in the movie. So there was a secret Skywalker. So that maybe that'll never get resolved. Who knows? Or it'll be years before it is. But I wonder how they're gonna if they're gonna jettison those three movies as canon. What about the comics and the books now that use those characters like Poe, Rey, and Finn? Are those going to become jettisoned too? So this is an unholy mess. It's just really, really bad. So I don't know how they're gonna work this into whatever they're gonna do. And I watched a video this morning, and why I did this video is I was thinking about this other video, and they had a thing where Mackenzie Davis, she was in the last Terminator movie, and she come out and said that they killed the franchise off, that movie was bad. And the guy that did the video said that there's been like three reboots of the Terminator. So Terminator 1 and 2, and then this one, The Dark Fate, was a continuation of 2. So they ignored Rise of the Machines, Genesis, and the other one, Salvation. So then, and those movies ignored some of the other ones. So there's been three Terminator reboots at least that they know of, and it's like he said that the fans were mad at these reboots. That it's like it kind of spits in the eye of the fans and doesn't respect them, and then people get confused. Well, what's going to happen with Star Wars now? So that's always a thing where I wanted to say, if you're not going to have these characters, where are they going to go? Or who are you going to use? And what about the stuff you've already done? So is there going to be alternate realities everywhere? And they did this in Clone Wars and Rebels, where they had that room with the mirrors, the dimension between dimensions or whatever, where you're able to do alternate reality and time travel and stuff. So I think that's going to play into this possibly. So I just wanted to say that, yeah, this is a complete mess, and you would almost have to issue a scorecard, like seriously, like a piece of paper, laminate it, and give it to everybody when they come to the movie theater for the next Star Wars movie. If it's gonna, what's it gonna follow, and who's it gonna be about, and it deviates from this. You'd have to have like brackets and have it's part of this movie line and stuff like that. So that might be an idea that they can do. So if they use that, they better pay me some money for that. But it's really really messed up. And you see, I got my Star Wars fan shirt on. Not today. So that's what I got to tell my wife later about cutting the grass. Not today. I'm too tired. But it really messes up things, and who knows where it's gonna go. But I like the movies. I didn't like The Last Jedi just because I think it made Luke look like a wimp, and I was totally against that making his character look like that when you seen him grow through the first three movies, and then he was a mature man in Return of the Jedi, and he faced his fears and he conquered them, and he redeemed his father, and now they just threw that all away and made him a joke as a character, and I think that's sad. And a lot of people picked up on that, and I think Disney's finally realizing that they messed up. And the other thing they messed up on was I think the toys are absolutely horrible, except for the Black Series figures. I mean, yeah, they're really nice, but they're too expensive. $20 for those figures is way too expensive. So I know they'll never hear that. They're always going to do what they're going to do, but they got to get down the reality here. So everybody have a good night.